Now, as far as the actual technology, which is, of course, an important part of this movie, seeing as how it is science fiction, it also fits in the same general mold as the culture. It works. Uh, the Serenity falls apart. It breaks. Not everything lasts a long time. I mean, like, take for example the opening shot where the Serenity is coming down into the atmosphere and everything. The ship actually heats up on re-entry. Stuff flies off the ship. People actually have to respond to a ship falling apart, realistic in terms of what you would expect in an actual re-entry into an atmosphere. And the same thing happens again when it takes off. And that's not something that you see for every day with science fiction. I mean, even in Star Wars, you come in, you don't see re-entry or exiting, heat very much. The only time that I can remember that ever happening was in Star Wars, at least, was when in Episode 3 when Anakin and Obi-Wan are trying to rescue the Chancellor, and half of the invisible hand breaks off. That scene. And that's one instance in Star Wars. In 6 movies, only one instance. Not even when they're the X-Wings are taken off on Episode 4 does any kind of re-entry stuff happen. When the Millennium Falcon is escaping in Episode 5 from the Cloud City, no atmospheric heat or anything like that. But yet, here in Serenity, we see that. We actually get a lot more of that kind of stuff. Now, the glass. You also get like stuff like the glass cracking, stuff falling off the ship bouncing when it hits the ground and it's getting to a stop. When it crashes into stuff, things actually break off. The engine falls off when he's trying to glide it to a halt. And when the pilot is trying to land it on Mr. Universe's planet. And you see ships breaking in half when the Reavers run into the Alliance ship. You hear stuff like Kylie telling Simon, "Oh, don't get on that ship. Don't get on any ship with this kind of engine because it doesn't work right." I mean, the technology as presented in this movie is actually how ships and technology operates in real life. Well, with the exception of the whole EMP thing not frying its PA system, everything else is almost spot on. I mean, the ship became almost impossible to control, and the landing was spot on. The lights went out and everything. It was the ship responded as you would expect. And then also you hear reference to stuff like, okay, breach the hull, but not enough for us to lose, breach the hull. Just stuff like, don't try to break the outside, but not enough to actually, suck all the air out. Stuff. Actually referencing the fact that there's a vacuum in space. You also see Jane in an actual spacesuit when he's in the turret, getting ready to fire on the Reavers. Now, so all in all, the technology and science like the culture. It's really well done, really thought out. Alright, so now I'm going to show you a couple of clips to wrap up this video. To kind of show you what I'm talking about when I talk about the technology having its limitations and everything.
We're almost through. No,
Yes,
no.
yes. We're fried. I got no control.
Where's the backup?
Where's the backup?